everyone, I'm just checking in about opposing California Assembly Bill 79. It's a real whopper. They want to recriminalize walking down the street again, except there's a whole bunch of more stuff in this bad bill that you should be looking at and you should be helping us oppose. Because if they get away with doing it to us, they're going to get away with doing it to you. So this overbroad bill seeks to recriminalize prostitution. It seeks to, recriminalize loitering with intent to commit prostitution. So that means if you're just standing somewhere in, an area where, some business might be occurring, you could be arrested just for, the police thinking that you have an intent to loiter. Except for they changed the language in this bill and it says intent to commit commercial sex acts. So that could mean that if you're standing outside a strip club and you're getting ready to go in and you're smoking a cigarette or something, that can be considered loitering with intent to commit a commercial sex act, and they could arrest you for it. If you're standing outside of, an Asian spa, they can arrest you on your way in. If you're standing outside my private in-call, they could arrest you with the intent to commit a commercial sex act. So it's a really bad bill. It's why the loitering with intent to commit prostitution was repealed a couple of years ago. But there's way more bad stuff in this bill. Oh my God. That people should really be concerned about is it mandates diversion programs for anybody that's arrested under this statute. That means you could be sent to one of those shame-based, sex-negative programs run by those religious nonprofits that are contracted with your local district attorney's offices, so you could try to get out from being prosecuted for prostitution. And nobody wants to be prosecuted for prostitution because having a prostitution arrest on your record means that you can be discriminated against in housing, you can be discriminated against in employment, in child custody, access to education tracks. Certainly, you can be discriminated against by financial institutions. So, people will go to any lengths to try to get out of being, criminalized or having that criminal conviction. So the other thing that this bad bill does is it makes you pay a high fine and fee. Under this using this definition of a commercial sex act, loitering with intent to commit a commercial sex act means that you'll pay a new high fine and fee that will go to a new slush fund being run by the Victims' Compensation Fund. So right now, under the Victims' Compensation Fund, you can get compensation if you're a victim of crime, but this bill would allow that people who are arrested for prostitution would have to pay all these high fines and fees to go into the slush fund to then be given to all these nonprofits who are supposed to be providing services to sex trafficking victims. Well, we know that if you're trafficked through these diversion programs to get out from underneath being criminalized for prostitution, they often force you to identify as a human trafficking victim. So they can clock the head count off of providing you services to turn around to their funders, both private and public funders, and get more money because they provided you service by sexually shaming you, right? So we want to oppose this bad bill, certainly on the super slippery slope of a bill. So I'll put all the links in the show note to help you oppose this bad bill